Welcome. Thank you for stopping by and choosing to listen to this message for today. This is for all my Pisces for the month of March 2025, as well as for the first week of April 2025. Now I want you to go ahead and look at these two cards before you. You have the Magician in reverse and the Ace of Swords. These two cards represent the energy that may exist within your heart, mind, body, and spirit for the month, again, of March and the beginning of April. If you connect to these two cards, then more than likely this reading is for you, so please keep watching. And when I look at these two cards for your energy within, I do see an energy that has the possibility to operate at a high frequency that is very positive, meaning I do see some passion, I see some inspiration, I see motivation to experience new positive things for you in your life. And I do see that you're being met with external energy, and this external energy could be a person, it could be an opportunity, it could be a blessing, it could be a different career, or it could be a different lifestyle change. But it looks like this external energy is mostly positive for you. However, you don't know if you can trust this external energy. Therefore, you're not matching the external energy. You are holding back a little bit. So your energy is somewhat muffled or stunted. You're not operating at your full capacity for March and April. And we can look into why that is. And if you could connect to that description, then this reading is for you. If you're not quite sure, that's okay. Please keep watching so we can help clarify things for you. Now, let's look at your heart or your emotional state. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Justice. So it looks like I see the mixture of positive and negative energy within you. And remember, I said that you have newfound passion, inspiration, but you're holding back. We can see that in your heart. So there's this willingness inside of you to cooperate, to become a partnership, or to become part of a team, to work with others in a positive way, to be supportive, to invest your time and energy into a goal, a mutual goal, or into a relationship or commitment. However, there is a part of you that is very much you're okay with being alone. You're fine. And what I mean by fine is you have come accustomed to being alone. You have been accustomed to doing things by yourself and handling your business by yourself. So I do see that some of y'all are very independent. Some of y'all are survivors. Some of y'all are at a place in life where you're stable enough that you can say yes or no to any business deal or job opportunity or relationship, because you're fine either way. It's not going to make you crumble. And so I do see that you handle any opportunity or blessing or relationship that comes your way. You handle it with great discernment. I don't want to say you're picky. You do have certain standards that you live by and that you judge other people by. You may be someone who could be very critical of other people, but not necessarily. But you're still willing to connect with other people in your heart. Now let's look at your mental state. This is your mind for, again, March and April. You have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So in your mind, interesting enough, This is where I see this conflicting energy is in your mind is more clear to me anyway. It looks like you're entering again into a new phase of your life to where you were one thing. You played one role. You had certain obligations. You lived your life in a certain routine, and now it's changed. Your either your lifestyle changed, or your desire for a certain career has changed. Or so some of y'all may be facing retirement, or some of y'all may be facing working a different position or job title. I do see some of y'all are again experiencing a new relationship. Maybe you're going to take it to the next level. And so you're entering an unfamiliar territory. And it's unfamiliar territory to where it makes you feel as if you're starting over, that you are a beginner. So you're not as experienced as you would like, and it makes you want to learn, to gain more wisdom, to gain more insight on how to be someone who has to start over. And let's look at your intentions. Let's see. These cards right here represent how you want people to see you based upon your actions in your day-to-day life. You have the Fool in reverse, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Wands in reverse. So you want other people to see and believe that you are not a fool, that you cannot be taken advantage of. You have a clear set of standards, like I said before, about what it is you want out of a partner or out of a career or out of whatever it is that that you set your mind on to do. You have very clear standards, expectations, boundaries in place, and no one can cross over those boundaries. And for some of y'all, I see that you want other people to see and believe that if you are accepting a invitation for a new connection or some type of new opportunity or new just some type of change in your life, you want the other people involved to know that it's only temporary. This isn't permanent. This isn't forever. And for some of y'all, you want people to know that you're not trying to take it to the next level. You're not trying to get married. Or this is not till death do you part. Interesting. So your heart is, if we're looking at your alignment within your heart, mind, body, and spirit, your heart is willing to be a part of something greater than yourself, but there's some hesitation, right? Because you're used to being alone. Your mind is like, okay, maybe I can accept being a part of something greater than myself, but I need to learn. I need to understand first. I don't know yet. Your intentions are that of, you're telling other people, stay 3 feet, 6 feet away from me at all times. Don't pressure me into something that I don't want to do. This is as much as you're going to get from me. Very interesting. Let's look at what people perceive about you. And so these cards represent the people that are in your inner circle, or the people that observe you on a day-to-day basis. So you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Notice that you have the Nine of Pentacles here, and you have the Nine of Pentacles, which was in your heart. And in your heart, you are this is representative of how independent and strong and confident and self-assured of yourself and your capabilities. But how other people view you is, yes, that is very positive. Those are very positive attributes of yourself. But because you are so strong in your personality, and you're so self-assured and so independent. It's almost as if you've put up these walls around you that nobody can cross over. So yes, you intended that people know, hey, stay that 3 to 6 feet away from me at all times. Yeah, they see that. They see your intentions. And as duly noted, they understand, okay, there's no connecting with you in a vulnerable way, in a deeper, genuine way. And there is no possibility for a true connection, or a true lasting connection. For some of you, other people are like, okay, they don't want to be a family. Understood. And for others, it's just you're making them believe that the progress or your connection is just something that is not going to grow, or it's just going to take a long time to grow. And whether they are understanding or okay with the progress being very slow, I don't know. That's just what I see. Now let's look at the situation that needs to be addressed according to your loved ones on the other side. You have the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles, and they're both in reverse, and you have the Hierophant. So in the situation that needs to be addressed, it looks like two different things. On one hand, for some of y'all, it's very overwhelming for you to experience a lifestyle change, or to experience something new, something unfamiliar. And because it's overwhelming, you feel it's almost like a burden to fulfill a different role, or fulfill different obligations or expectations of other people. So you could be looking at a partnership or new relationship, or a new career, as something that is holding you captive, or you're imprisoned by the expectations of other people. And on the other hand, for some of y'all, I do see that you're willing, you're wanting to, you're very much wanting to break up your routine, to try something new, but there's just this fear mixed in with the hesitation. Is there anything else that I see? Yeah, just some hesitation for some of y'all. So what could help you with this? These cards below represent the energy that you need more of for this situation and for March and April. So you have the Tower and the Chariot in reverse. So your loved ones on the other side, they want you to accept changes in your life. They want you to, if you want to break free, if we were to imagine that you were in this tower being your mind, I do see that mentally you have this negative cycle of thinking, of this negative belief system that sort of prevents you from just experiencing new things and living life and having fun and being lighthearted. Every time you come across something new, or something that could bring you a little bit of happiness, your mind sort of prevents you from fully enjoying yourself, or fully believing that things can work out for you. So your loved ones on the other side, they want you to be able to accept any new opportunity or try new things in order to break yourself free from the mental prison that you put yourself in. So March and April is just about trying new things one step at a time, just so that you could shake up the routine of the way you think and the way that you believe. Okay. And the energy that you don't need or you need less of for March and April, you have the High Priestess in reverse and the Four of Wands. Didn't you have the four? Yes, you did. Notice the Four of Wands is here in your intentions. So what you want people to see and believe about you, which is nothing, whatever commitment you make is not permanent. It's not forever. It's not death do us part. It's not something that you're fully committed to. Now, your loved ones on the other side said, yeah, don't do this. A little less of this in your intentions. They want you to not they want you not to rely so much on your primal instinct or your gut instinct that tells you this is not okay, that tells you to put a stop or pause on certain connections or certain new experiences. This instinct that you have to protect yourself, while it has gotten you so far and it has done a good job at allowing you to survive or to live through hardships or obstacles, for some of y'all, this instinct is now too blinded by your deep-rooted trauma or your deep-rooted pain of your past. So it's operating from fear of the risk of being rejected or the risk of being hurt or the risk of being alone again. And your loved ones on the other side said, don't, just this once, and just in this reading, don't trust your primal instinct or your gut instinct. For once, step into the unfamiliar, step into things that make you uncomfortable, because that's where you need to be headed right now. That is the right direction. Not staying in places that are comfortable for you and not staying in places that you're familiar with, because what you're comfortable with and familiar with doesn't mean that you're happy in those spaces. And you being in unfamiliar places or uncomfortable places doesn't mean you're always going to end up unhappy or hurt. So that is what your loved ones had to say to you about that. Now, in the near future of this situation, the most likely outcome, I have it to the side, you have the World in reverse, the Eight of Cups as well in reverse, and the Eight of Swords. Notice the woman tied up. It looks like you could still be experiencing this imprisonment of your mind. So this cycle of negative thoughts or negative beliefs, or I should say limiting beliefs, protective beliefs, you still have them in the near future. And because of that, you still are unable to accept this new phase in your life. And it may leave you feeling unfulfilled, but unable to move forward. So you're just stuck in limbo, or just stuck feeling like, all right, this is just my life. This is just how it is. I guess this is how it's always going to be. And this is not set in stone. You have the power to change any part of this with the information that is given to you today. Now, I do see this happening for you by the first week of April, is when I see you completely making up your mind that, this is how life is going to be. It is what it is. But when I was doing your predictions for your month, I do see you all across the board, like up and down. So you have one foot in, one foot out, so to speak. So at certain points in this month of March, you're accepting of new experiences, and then you take it back, and you close yourself off or become detached. And then those negative thoughts come back in and prevent you from moving forward in a positive direction. And it's back and forth, back and forth. Some days you're okay, some days you're not okay. And yes, by April, I do see you completely going, you know what, whatever. But that could change, right? You have the power to change anything, and nothing's set in stone. Every day is changing. So not every prediction is going to happen the way that I say. And for your word of encouragement from your loved ones on the other side, not from me, you have the Three of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Temperance. No matter how small of a step you take, as long as you make consistent small steps throughout the month and for April, you will discover a part of yourself that you may have lost, and you will feel a different type of wholeness, a different type of unity within you. So even if you can't become or gain back what you lost from the past, you still have an opportunity to feel somewhat whole again, to feel fulfilled again. The more new experiences that you have, and the more connections, genuine positive connections you make, no matter how they end up in the future, it's just, more, you're getting more closer to being the person that you're meant to be. Because your loved ones on the other side want you to know, this person who is closed off, they have their walls up, they're not making connections, they're being comfortable with the status quo, they're being comfortable with a life they're not satisfied with. That's not you. And so if you decide right now to just try new things, to have new or different connections with other people, you will see your perspective on life start to change for you, and you will start to feel lighter, and you will start to feel a little bit more happier. And for some of y'all, I did have a different message come in. I did get, again, the Temperance fell out, and for me, this just means, if we would take this picture quite literally, the angel. Some of y'all's loved ones on the other side want you to know that they are watching over you. If you have a loved one who has recently passed, they want you to know that they are still with you on this new journey that you're on. So if you are feeling afraid, or you've been hesitating or having doubts about this new phase of life that you're in, this is just validation that your loved ones on the other side, they hear you, they see you, and they're with you. And if you have gained any clarity for today, please subscribe if you have not, or just keep on coming back. And with that said, to all my Pisces, take care.